my own journey. It wasn't until I began to understand about having to move up to different early stages. In fact, in the 80s, when I went on this guy that was the out-of-body experience fella, that he had, I went to his place, which is right across from where I go now in Virginia. And he's since died, but his work is still going on, and he called Hemi Sync. And he means by Hemi Sync, bringing us to but I went on journeys there, and I had lights that flash and everything else, you know, that people would hang on to, ecstasies of fulfillment, and I'd meet people in the other world, and all sorts of things like that. Great, the heavenly host would come down and sing to you, and things like that. You'd have all the apostles and prophets speaking to you. Just great happenings there, you know. And I had Shakti, this Eastern life force understanding, is my cohort going through all that. She was my leader, leading me to all those places. And finally, you know, I figured out, well, this is just part of my ego's thing, trying to hang on and be spiritual or something like that, you know. And I finally saw that I had to move beyond that stage. That's called the psychic stage, and I had to go into the next stage. And anyway, you reach the from the dense, which is your emotional and your mental and your imaginal thing. You mix that dense, you go into the subtle dimension of life. The subtle dimension, you go into various things. In the East, they call it the third eye, which begins to open up for you. And really, in our understanding of consciousness, its awareness can become clear for you, aware not only that you're watching this thing out here, you have the ability to watch yourself, watching what's going on and what's taking place. And therefore, you can evaluate, you know, where you are and whether you're getting trapped and that kind of thing, if you're watching that. But that's your watching has no presuppositions of good or bad. You're just watching emptiness. And in this here, you're not making presuppositions about what it should have. You're being empty, and then that kind of thing. And then you come to a stage where, in the meditation, you go into absorption. If you want to call it deep sleep, that's all right. In other words, you go down to your cycles are down to below 6 and that kind of thing. And but it's called absorption with form. And you know, even though you're in absorption, you know that you're still somehow hanging on the form. Then when you come out of that and you continue in your meditation on emptiness, you come into absorption without form. In other words, you are out there with nothing. And but the only reason you can know it's without form, you come away and there's no way in which you can talk about it, but you go into a state of of understanding in your daily life that this is where you are, and the walking in that way and taking that on. In other words, you are nothing but a witness of what's going on. You're a conscious witnessing everything, and you are everything finally.